Okay, so 12 signs versus 13 signs astrology. So when it comes to 12 signs, right, it's typical Western astrology. So it's based off dividing the year into 12 houses or 12 spaces, based off the equinox and fall and spring equinox and the winter and summer solstices. And so this is basically just a house system, and it's almost like a coordinate system. It's kind of like how it really is supposed to be looked at, right? And so the names of all of this is what I've been talking about in a lot of my videos, but like so the names of the signs were named after the constellations that were found within those spaces. And so like when they went to Gregorian, right, they started playing around with the number of days in a month. That's why like February has 28 days and like August has 31 days. Some days have 30. You know, they started playing around with that. That's how we got to Gregorian, right? And so like back to, you know, regular one, right? So like they named the constellations, and then you have Vedic, right, where it's like they're following the actual constellations, but keep in mind that the stars are not just moving in one direction. Certain stars, it's like different. Mostly there is kind of like a rotation, but some of the like, you know, constellations are contracting or expanding. So like Virgo and Leo, for example, are very large constellations. And also there's decanates, which are like the constellations behind the 12 main constellations, right? So there's like about 36 to like 27. I mean, the Vedics have a 27 nakshatra kind of thing, but classic Western, I think there's 36. Like three, they divided the outside supporting stars into like basically three supporting constellations per constellation, and so they went by like every 10 degrees, you know. And so that's also like another house system too, per se. But so, you know, yeah, like Centaurus, like Virgo, Boots, you know, these are very large constellations. They have expanded. And others have like contracted, like maybe like Pisces per se, or possibly Scorpio. But so like yeah, going back to 13 signs, right? So also there are, you know, like 12 solar months. There's so there's 28 days in a month, like lunar. And 13 times 28 equals 364. So technically there's 13 lunar months, and that's why there can be a blue moon where there's two full moons in a month. A lot of you already know this, but like, you know, but so yeah, there's possibility. I'm not sure. I think the Native Americans had that whole system going on, like with like pink moon, cold moon, wolf moon, right? But then, you know, so we're taking a look at the constellations, the 12 main constellations, right? So the constellation of Fucus has kind of slipped in and kind of like infiltrated the 12 main, right? And so, yeah, when we're talking about 13 signs, it's almost like that's like one way to look at it, the 13 signs, as like adding Ophiuchus. And then it seems like, all right, so I noticed that like Scorpio got reduced to like a week. So I'm pretty sure Scorpio and Ophiuchus, you know, Ophiuchus was like a supporting constellation of Scorpio in general. So I'm not sure, maybe like Scorpio is like behind Ophiuchus and they're just giving Ophiuchus the space, and then Scorpio gets a little bit, or Scorpio and Ophiuchus might be sharing the space. So I'm not totally sure how it's working out, but so yeah, so you got to be careful because like, you know, a lot of people will like talk about a certain sign, but it's like, what are you going off? Are you going off Western, or are you going off like Vedic per se, or like the 13 signs, you know? Because like, you know, for example, a lot of you like to talk smack about like Geminis or like Leos or Scorpios or any sign. Everyone's talking smack about the signs they're not compatible with. But so yeah, you know, it's like you talk smack about like Scorpio in Western that has Virgo and Libra. there, right? So you like talking smack about the Hercules star seeds? Are you talking smack about like the serpent star seeds? Like who are you even talking about? And then also, you know, when you take a look at this 13 signs astrology paradigm, there's also, you know, because like progressions are real. So like the true 13th sign is not like an actual 13th sign into the system or constellation, but actually all of the signs combined, the universal sign, the universe, you know, because we, you know, if you understand your progressions, your sun sign progresses, your moon sign progress, all your signs progress. Pretty much like Saturn is like the last planet to like really even like progress like a degree. I think like every 30 years it progresses like 1 degree. And like, you know, like so Neptune, Pluto, Uranus are like stuck, you know, like they're like in hell, right, per se. They're stagnant. Your sun like progresses 1 degree every year, I believe. And then your moon progresses like a sign every like 2 to 2.5, 2.25 years. And then all the other planets are kind of like you don't really know. I mean, Mercury's always going like back and forth. It's kind of crazy. So you know, it's kind of wild, you know. But like the true 13th sign is all the signs, because I mean, you know, we as souls we pass through all the signs. So it's like when you're talking smack about like a particular sign, you're just gonna, especially when you create a paradigm, like you guys go on, you guys people going on your YouTube channels or what. I mean, I think we're all guilty of this, you know. But it's like, you know, the more you talk smack or create a whole entire system to talk smack about a sign in the future, just wait till you get, you know, incarnated into that sign, and then it's like you were talking smack about it in your past life, like you know, it's like Sagittarius, you were possibly, or Virgo, you were probably talking smack about Pisces, and then now you're a Pisces, and all the smack you talked about when you were a Virgo, all the new Virgos are just riding on that wave, and then you're talking smack about yourself now, and it's like the joke's on you now. But honestly, it's all kind of pseudoscience, right? Is it not? Who knows, right? Honestly, I feel like astrology is facts, you know, astronomy. Um, but, you know, I think I'm going to do a video on which planets are the most powerful. Let's get into that.